All right, we're day 3. Still windy, super windy. Not as bad as yesterday, but pretty close. It's supposed to be that way for the next several days. At any rate, we're in a different spot. I'll paint you guys around. We're sitting over some corn stubble. We're about 100 yards off from a bedding area. We got the wind advantage, so we're downwind from it. And I've seen some nice bucks up here, in the fall, but during bow season and stuff like that, it's a really difficult area to hunt with a bow because there's just, the bedding area is really big and there's just no place to, hang a tree stand. It's all dead ash and really immature trees, so nothing to really do there. You can hunt from the ground, but even at that, it's difficult to get in range. You're almost in the bedding area, so I just left this area pretty well alone during bow season. It's hunted pretty heavily around it. We'll see what we see. I don't know if there's any day walkers. We're on the 3rd day of rifle season, and usually the first week, boy, the deer get really stirred up pretty heavily, and then they're starting to go into lockdown with their does. I don't know if that's the proper term, but there gets to a point when they start tending a doe and they just don't move much. That's been my observation, but that usually lasts like a week or so. You come back around Thanksgiving week, and then things kind of start picking back up to normal activities. Post rut, they're going, from bedding to food and back and forth like that. So sometimes you can really start to wonder when you get in that low spot, like where in the world are all my deer? But just wait it out, I guess. It's about 9 o'clock. Vanessa's dad just sent me that picture. He just got a buck there. So a nice little 10-point. Apparently its right eye is really messed up, poked out or something. So yeah, that's a cool buck. I'm glad her dad's still able to get out and hunt. He's not hunting over here with us. He's got his own chunk of land there by his house, and starting to have some mobility issues and stuff, but still is able to get out there and enjoys hunting. He's killed a lot of nice bucks and a lot of deer over the years, and still enjoys it. So I'm glad to see that he got one. Well, it's about lunchtime, and I moved over to the spot that we shot that doe yesterday, back on day 2. When I get out here, as soon as I get here, so it's just about lunchtime. And that little fawn's out there. Yesterday there was 2 fawns, and there was that doe that 6-point was, running around 6, or it might have been an 8. I couldn't see any brow tines on it, but I'm just wondering if she's still down there in the area. When I left yesterday after we got that doe, it's just about as dark as you can still see through the glasses, and he was out there giving her one more round running around. So So that's that. We'll find out what happens. Still windy as heck, so we need deer close or a whole lot of luck. I don't know. I'll let you guys know what we see. I'm struggling to stay awake. The cold weather, 3 days in a row, just kind of takes it out of you. And then reading. I do a lot of reading when I sit, so this is my preferred reading. It's the 2026 Deer Hunter Almanac. I get one every year. Oh, I guess fun fact, the picture on here, and all the pictures of like buck deer here, you know, like throughout the book. That guy's an Avoca alumni, so right where we're from. Probably a lot of you that deer hunt know him, Charlie Alsheimer. He's since passed away, but he was a whitetail photographer and author, and you know, he's taken all these pictures. And actually, his farm, his deer farm, we were neighbors pretty much growing up. He lived on the same road that I grew up on. He was about 3/4 of a mile to a mile up the road from where I grew up. And I work on his wife's vehicles now. So that's that. Fun fact. So if you read Deer Hunter magazine and see anything about Charlie Alsheimer, yeah, he was from Avoca. So any of you know me, that you know that's where I'm from. Really starting to suck at this camera thing. Anyhow, I just shot a buck. I should have brought my bow, because the doe we shot yesterday I could have shot with a bow. This buck I could have shot with a bow. I just shot him at like 25 yards. Yeah, it looked like a nice 8-point, a little bit past his ears, so let's go have a look-see. Won't be hard to find this one. He was quartering towards me a little bit. I gotta get better at getting this shot on film here. Probably not a smart idea walking out here without a gun. I watched him expire. Good thing to always do is if you ever want to know, you just touch your eyeball. If it blinks, you're still alive. Yeah, it's a nice buck. I'm happy with that. He came right out of this bottom corner, so that's where we're sitting. We're in this. Let's see if I can do. My zoomer button's broke, but that's my ground blind right there. Unenhanced. And so you follow this hedgerow down, and he came out right there. So this is a big bedding area down here, and the other bedding area is one that we've been watching all day, which is down there, or for all afternoon anyways. But anyhow, that's that. I'm super thankful to get this deer. Yep, that's a nice buck. All right, well, now the work begins, because our doe's still hanging at home. Okay, here we go. And that right there is my entry wound. Hope I didn't make a mistake. So I shot him right behind the shoulder, but like I say, he was quartering to me a little bit. I probably should have sacrificed a shoulder, but I like to try to save as much meat as I can. I'm closing up my blind. I think I just heard Vanessa shoot. I just heard a shot come from the north up there. She's quite a ways away, so it was a little muffled, but we better text her and find out. And then we gotta get this thing tagged. Oh man. Oh, that was my boy. Hey, did you just shoot? So we'll find out. We'll get this tagged and then we'll have to get it gutted out. Being that it was quartering towards me. Probably shouldn't have, but we'll see if it's a mess. Mrs. O just shot that one. We gotta go help her. What the world? That's a nice buck. 1, 2, 3. Looks like an 8-point. That's one she just shot. That's cool. Man, if my boy's hunting over here, boy, if he gets one, I better go get her a picture of mine. I got my tag all filled out. I'm gonna go help Vanessa before we come back and gut this. One thing I was thinking of, I was filling that tag out and, you know, filling out, you gotta fill out the number of points on each side. Don't ever let anybody discourage you from shooting what you shoot. You know, if you go out and you shoot a you know, like a 4-point or 6-point or a spike or a legal antlered deer in your state, don't let anybody get down on it. And if they do, they're not real hunters. You know, if you choose to shoot an adult deer, and it doesn't matter what it has for headgear. You know, me personally, I like to let the smaller ones go because we're fortunate enough to have a lot of time to hunt. We have a lot of property to hunt, and you know, we have that ability to do that. And so I'll let those littler bucks go. But when it comes down to it, if our freezer is empty and I only had, you know, a certain amount of days a week to hunt, dude, I'm gonna smoke one of them. You know, the first one I see. You know, if I see a nice, you know, adult deer, which, you know, 4-point, 6-point, you know, 1.5 years old's an adult deer, I'm gonna take that opportunity. So, you know, there's just that stigma online with all the hunting, you know, YouTube personalities and stuff that, you know, just grind into people that, you know, you've got to shoot these, you know, ultra megas. Yeah, is it sweet when a huge buck comes out? You betcha. Do I name them and try to pursue them each year? I don't. I hunt in the vicinity of where I see them on the camera, and if I see it, great. If I don't, and I shoot another one, I'm not heartbroken. So that's that. Let's go help Vanessa. Nice job.
What a fun day.
I think yours is bigger.
I think it is. It's nice.
See, that's why I gave you this spot. I was sitting here, and I said, you know what?
I saw nothing all day. I'll send Vanessa over here.
No, I saw stuff. It's on camera.
You saw this?
I didn't see that buck.
What'd you see?
Fawns. That's all I was seeing today. Fawns and finally some does, but the buck I shot, he wasn't even with them. There was just that big wide 4-point, and there's a little doinker, like 3 or 2 maybe, and so I'm pretend shooting them all, and they're everywhere. So I'm like pow pow pow, and then all of a sudden this guy comes out, 25 yards.
Whoa.
He came out, he saw all them does. I'm like, oh sweet, he's gonna walk right to him because the wind, you know, he had the wind advantage on him. I was like, he got to smell all them hot toddies down there. So I thought he was gonna go that way. Nope, he hooks a Yui and comes right to. He's walking straight at me. I'm like, no. Well, and then finally he turned just a little bit. He's quartering towards me. So I don't know what kind of mess I've got on the inside, but he was about to be in my lap.
I don't have a mess. Anyways, there's 2 does. They stopped in this hedgerow and they're looking. I think they're looking at those cars down there. Cause I was like, what are they looking at? Cause they're not looking at me, but I was like, what are they looking at? And then they kind of just stayed like right on this hedgerow, and then he came right at the edge. That's where I shot him.
Oh, you dumped him right there, huh?
Yeah.
Double longer, or where'd you get him?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, and it just piled them up?
Yep.
Oh, Creedmoor dumps them.
There might be some spine damage.
Oh, did it hit a little high?
It's a little high, yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess you're pretty close right here, aren't you?
130 yards.
Oh, 130, yeah, so yeah, you're probably 3 inches high at 130.
Well, it looks good. I mean,
Well, let's see this bad mamma jamma here.
Let's see him.
Let's get a flashlight here. Let's see what we got. see what we're dealing with. Oh, there's another hunter. Nice.
Oh, I was like telling Gavin, I really want one that like comes together, but.
Well, you got it.
I mean, he's close. He's the closest ones I've got.
Yeah, mine's wider. Made it.
You hooked it?
Yeah.
Where'd you park? Way down by the road?
Yeah.
Was there any cars down there?
Yeah.
Mommy's.
They're still there?
No, they just left.
Oh, what were they doing?
On who?
They were on this side of the road though. I don't know what they were looking
That's
at.
our property, both sides of the road down there.
Well, they were hunting. They were on orange.
Yeah, they were on.
Huh.
I don't know. I couldn't tell, but then I was like, man, they better. I don't know. Anyways.
Sweet. Twofer, where's your deer?
I passed one just like that tonight.
Oh, you passed it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's
You
because well, he's seen that great big one down there, so he's all he can't control himself.
No, he had like a side like this, and he had like no points, but he had 2 main beams.
It's nice and
A
tall.
double main beam?
Yeah.
A buck that size?
Yeah. I mean, the second main beam was only up to here.
The one you passed?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been. Huh.
He'll be a giant next
We
year.
could have had a 3-fer. That would have
Yeah.
been awesome.
Oh, I could have smoked him in 100 yards.
Oh. Sweet. Well, let's load this up and we'll go gut it somewhere else.
Yeah.
I didn't gut mine yet.
Okay.
There he is, little son.
Oh yeah, nice one. Yours is wide, mine's tall.
Yeah, I think your deer body's quite a bit bigger.
Huh.
Yep, I should have brought my bow. Could have shot my deer yesterday with a bow. Could have shot this one with a bow. That's what I get for bringing guns. Anyhow, all right. Well, let's get her loaded up.
Okay.
I don't know about your child.
What about him?
Always wanting to shoot the big ones.
I know. Well, it's working out for him.
Yeah, he does a pretty good job at it. Seems expensive though.
Yeah.
I was just telling the people about the stigma on the YouTube of having to shoot, you know, these ultra mega and, you know, not shooting small bucks like these, and people that put other people down for shooting like does and 4 points and stuff. And that you just shoot whatever, you know, if it's adult deer, then, and some people only have a limited amount of time to hunt, you know, if you only got a couple days or your vacation time from work or whatever, you know. So.
Yeah, I think if you're happy with it and
Yeah, you don't have to do what other people do.
I don't think you should just hunt for antlers though. Like we use our meat and
Oh yeah. Yeah.
oh man, this is my first one of the season, so
Oh boy.
so he's rusty. Wait a minute, I don't remember. And my knife is all dirty. See? Because your kid didn't have his knife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, tarsal glands are pretty stinky now. You gotta be careful when you're doing this. This is the bladder on Vanessa's buck.
You can like see through it.
Oh, when you put the light by it?
Yes. Like,
yeah, so that's the bladder.
Like a water balloon.
That's full of whiz. So yeah, it's like a water balloon.
yeah, I'm just curious. Like, wanna like throw it like a water balloon. Ah, it was leaking.
Yeah, it was leaking. So yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
Oh, is that a blood clot?
Yeah.
Wow.
So this might seem kind of gross, but this is a blood clot. So deer have
Okay.
a really high amount of vitamin K. So that's a anti-hemorrhagic vitamin. So it promotes clotting. You know, it's probably part of their survival, but they clot almost instantly, and that's why if you get a bad shot and you don't have a good exit wound, they'll clot up very quickly. And like I said, they have, like I said, a high amount of vitamin K. Anti-hemorrhagic. How do you like that word?
Is that?
I think that's a real word.
Sounds good.
Hemorrhagic. They don't hemorrhage. Well, I mean, until you smash a hole through them with a rifle, but. Flip her over. I can shoot. Ow. All right. Go. Oh.
You put it on the ear?
Or rack, whatever. I thought I wasn't gonna have to walk through any goldenrod today. Yeah. That's it, folks. That's the end of our 2026 deer season, kind of. We still have one child who needs to get a deer, or who would like to get a deer, we'll say. And he went out the first 2 days, and didn't see anything he wanted to pull a trigger on.
No, we didn't see anything.
Oh, I thought you guys saw.
Wait, we saw a little one.
Yeah, they saw some little ones, some fawns. Right now it's kind of a tricky time of year because you know, they're going into lockdown. These you know, the mature bucks are with their does, and you know, if you get lucky, like we did tonight, you know, right at last light, you know, the does start to come out to feed. Well, the bucks are going to follow them. Typically, some of the real big mature ones though. That's
what happened with mine. Well, they didn't come out though. The does, they didn't really come out. They were just like on that hedgerow, and he was on the field side of the hedgerow, and he stopped. He's looking and looking. So it took...
Show's over, baby. So yeah, mine came out, and he's like, "Hey, nice tent. I'm gonna get in there with you." And he came right to me. It was gonna get wild there pretty quick, but we didn't let that happen.
You're like a magnet. You have so many stories like that.
I know. I got deer like coming right to me.
You.
I shot a buck one time. This little basket 8-pointer. Probably one of the funnest times I had hunting. I shot him with my bow at about 3 yards on the ground. I was sitting on the ground, and he came right to. I shot him right through the brisket because I'm like, I was at full draw on him, and he's coming, and I'm like. I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I was a young bow hunter, and I was shooting a Matthews DXT with some, I don't remember what I was shooting.
Which way was the wind blowing?
I don't remember.
What did it smell like outside?
I remember it was raining. It was just starting to rain. I was shooting some Full Metal Jacket, some FMJs. Yep, because I remember they were aluminum FMJs. Anyhow, shot them right in the brisket, Rage broadhead. It was pretty epic. There's a little bit more to that story. He died right away, but you want to finish the story real quick?
Go
Anyhow, I'm sitting there, my other buddy's hunting, I'll condense it. And so I went and got the deer, dragged it out, gutted it, but where he was hunting, in order for me to get out of the field, I was gonna have to walk past him, and I didn't want to ruin his hunt. So I went back and sat on the bucket, and I was like, oh wow, you know, cool hunt and everything. And it was raining, so I put my hood up, and I'm sitting there on the bucket like this.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And like, you know, you hear the rain and stuff hitting your cap and everything. And I kept feeling something on my back, and I was under this apple tree and there's all this goldenrod and stuff. So something nudged me again. So I turned around. I thought it was just a branch. I was going to snap it off. Well, it's this freaking little 4-point buck. Dude, I screamed like a little girl, fell off the bucket. That deer, he screamed like a little girl. He went one way, I went the other way. And it was... At that point, my head was, I was on a swivel at that point.
I always think about that with the bear. I'm always like,
Man, bears, they don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah, they might want my snacks.
Oh,
or my
well, maybe. But anyhow, that was one of the funnest times. One of the fun times I had hunting. I've had lots of fun times hunting, but that was pretty neat because that was my first time shooting a deer from the ground. That was my first time shooting a deer under 5 yards. And then it was my first time getting sniffed by little buck. I think he was coming up to eat. I was under the apples because the deer were coming to those apples.
Yeah.
Because I hunted that spot for like 3 days, and I'd be in my tree stand, deer under the apples. I'd sit under the apples, deer under my tree stand.
And the little bucks are like the dumbest deer out there.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
They're the easy ones to get. But yeah, that sucker came right over, man. I tell you, whew, that was scary. I still see that apple tree today, and I'm like, I remember that.
Magnet that day.
Yeah, it was. So anyhow, so that's it. Maybe I'll get the kill shot at some point. So it's my 4th time missing it. 4th time's the charm. 5th time's gonna be the charm. I'll take the camera when I take our son out this weekend, and hopefully get him hooked up with a deer. And then I think that's it. We're gonna have 3 deer hanging right now. If he gets a deer and Gavin gets a deer, so anyhow.
We got some work to do.
Yeah, we got work to do. Shooting the deer is the easy part. Trust me. It's the easy part. You guys take it easy.